welcome to your June tarot reading. This reading is timeless, so whenever it finds you, it's meant to find you. And if it resonates, you take it, and if it doesn't, you leave it. These readings are very general, and they set the intention that they are meant for those who need them. So if you're ready, Aries, let's get into your reading. Spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent ancestors, please help me to communicate messages that Aries needs to hear clearly and effectively for the month of June. What does Aries need to hear? While I was meditating on this reading, oh, that's a bunch. Thank you, Spirit. I just felt like this. My heart center was just filled with energy. Lots of attention. Ooh, okay. This is a lot, Aries. This is a lot. The first card I saw was the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of work is going into your finances, your material wealth, your career, potentially, or just what brings you money. This may not be the long-term career you're looking for, but it's whatever you do to, like, put bread on the table, right? You're honing your craft in a big way and diligently focused on it. I'll come back to that one. I think there's something coming up from the past. A gift. Oh, you think it's a gift. It would have been a gift if it had come sooner. And now I think it can confuse you. It could potentially cause issues should you try to pursue it now. But it's something that you wanted. Something that you wanted in the past. Maybe from someone. Could be a different type of offer. When I see the Six of Cups, it can be something that's an old person coming back. Could be a past life connection, a contract, but it's something coming up from the past. Someone you maybe probably somebody you knew. Could be somebody new, but either you knew them in a past life or you knew them in the past in this life. My ears are kind of ringing. Sometimes they'll kind of do something when I'm on the right track. I get the feeling you're not going to take whatever the Six of Cups is because you're finished with it. Whatever it was, you were finished with it a long time ago. And I think that's coming back up to give you some time to reflect on it. Like, am I really done? And sometimes the universe will bring these people or things back into your life to really just remind you that, yeah, that's really finished. You are a different person now. And I have the Hermit in reverse. So I want you to not get too introspective, like navel-gazy and obsessive about trying to figure out why this came back. Not thinking of this coming back as a problem. Like, oh, why am I attracting this? Why is this coming back to me? Why am I being tested again? Did I not resolve it? No, you resolved it. Don't allow it to kind of put you too deeply into this hermit mode, trying to, dig everything out. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Let's see. We have a couple of swords out here. The 5 and the 6. I think if you get too caught up in this hermit energy, if you get too caught up in trying to reinvestigate and go back to the past to try to figure out what it was, it could lead to some difficult situation, some conflict. You can get way too embroiled. Like, how do I explain this? Like, you're like, I will get to the bottom of this. I will purge it out. I will cut everything out of my life that needs to. You may go on a war path, like win at all costs type of war path, if you allow this old offer or whatever this is to you come back and kind of twist you around a little bit. You don't have to do that. I think to some degree, you may desire to go through all of it again because you're not satisfied exactly where you are. You're not satisfied here. You want movement. And so, in an effort to push yourself forward, you're like, I have to do that spiritual healing. You have to be healed. I have to, getting a little too attached to the outcome of healing and not seeing it as a destination and not as a process, seeing it as being caught up in getting to where you're going as opposed to being where you are. So slow down. Just slow down. It doesn't have to be that serious. Think about where you've been in the past. Think about who you were when this offer, you would have jumped at it. No questions, no thought even. Immediately, it would have been everything. Something you deeply longed for. Think about who that person was, who you were, and think about who you are now, and allow yourself to feel the accomplishment of all of that change and growth that you've already done. I don't know if you've really taken into account Aries, because you got that, especially in June, you're getting juiced up by the Venus ingress and the Jupiter ingress. It's just boom, 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 like drums of war. You have not taken stock of what it really means to have accomplished the world. Let your accomplishments catch up with you. I think I may want to pull a couple more cards for you. What else does Aries need to know? Kind of want to think more about the work. I think, yeah, I really want to know what this work stuff is, because I feel like Spirit is saying, keep doing this. This is working for you in a major way. It's really working for you. Spirit, that is way too many. I did see the Knight of Wands in reverse. Actually, we'll take that out. Oh, and then it's Temperance instead. I meant to take out the Knight of Wands, but I saw the Knight of Wands reverse, so that tells me that impulsivity is part of your nature. Of course, Aries. I'm an Aries rising. I completely understand. But don't allow that to take you for a ride and exercise temperance. How do I phrase this? So temperance is often seen as a very peaceful card. It's seen as a, oh, I'm just in the balance. But sometimes temperance is in the balance because temperance knows how to be at the extremes, which is very, I think this is a Sagittarius card. So I think of Sagittarius as like either the ember that can be the forest fire, and like extreme burning and the fluctuation in between. So knowing how to hold yourself when you have that extreme come up for you without getting lost in it. So if you get the thumping, if you have the thump, the drum of war heating you up, remember that you can quench the blade, the heated blade that you have in your hand in the fire. You can cool it down. It is asking you to maintain balance here by recognizing the extremes that you can go to, the extreme lengths that you're willing to go to do something. 5 of Swords. Please don't start any fights, Aries. Please don't. I still want to look at the work. I got caught up in something else. What else for the work? Ace of Swords, yeah. There's a clarity of purpose here. And also, I think in some way, and I see all of these together, like I can see a blacksmith hitting, tempering the blade, heating it up. That's that process. That level of clarity of purpose, like knowing what the truth is. Oh, no confusion here. If you stay in your lane, I wanted to say that a little ruder, but I didn't. You stay in your lane, it will serve you well. Overall, this month, whenever you find it, looks good for you. There's also a message around staying grounded, especially if in your particular chart, your natal chart, if you know nothing about astrology. Hi, I'm an astrologer. I do natal chart readings. I can give you some information about this, but in your chart, if you are aware of what's in your astrology chart, if you have a lot of fire and air, please remember to stay grounded. Please remember to stay grounded, because right now we've been in this, at least for the people who this is timely for, in May, it's been the Pisces Taurus stuff, like that I want to cuddle and sit in the couch and eat potato chips kind of energy. It's been really nice. For some people, I know it's not going to be great for everyone, especially for Aries caught in the middle of those two signs. Just like, why doesn't anyone want to do anything? I just want to start something. But then suddenly we have those two benefics that were in Pisces suddenly move into Aries, and you are just right through the gates, just go running. And the energy's great. I love Aries energy. I know a lot of people don't like Aries energy, but I love Aries energy. And you have to be careful with it, because Aries energy is explosive, but it's not steady. So if you just pop off, you could find yourself in some really precarious situations. You may find yourself no, we're good. So stay grounded. For the love of God, stay grounded. I think we'll pull some oracle cards for advice, and we'll call it. So the oracle deck that I've picked for the rest of this reading is the Low Vibe Oracle. I feel like Aries can take this sort of blunt rudeness of such a deck. So if you're in for that, just keep watching. So the first card out is the I Know This Really Sucks card. Wait, this really sucks? Yep, I Know This Really Sucks card in reverse. And one of my favorite cards, the Crystal Butt Plug. Now, this isn't your typical oracle card where you can just kind of look at the picture and it kind of tells you already and then somebody reads the book. This is really getting back into this hermit, other way, this reversed hermit that we talked about earlier, where the universe is asking you to not do the spiritual masturbation, i.e. the crystal butt plug. It's really asking you to not try to dig up what hurt you in the past, to try to find more healing underneath that layer. For shadow work, a lot of people think that you need to go and seek out shadow work, and sometimes there is an initiative to push and make sure you resolve things, but when shadow work comes up, it comes up. Shadow work comes to you. You don't really need to go seeking it. It's when you encounter your shadow. And that's the healthiest time to do shadow work. So don't do the Scorpio thing and just mine your psyche for your skeletons. You don't have to do that. You really don't. So, is there anything else? Yeah. Okay, there's the last part about this card, other than it just being about the way it was when this Six of Cups really appealed to you, is that, have you really accepted that it's finished? That it's not happening again? Really make space for yourself to just be with, and to really see where you were and be with the accomplishment of where you are. Because if you aren't, you get into the crystal butt plug mode. And you just try to use spirituality as a means of attaining a goal, as opposed to being in a lack, I don't want to say a lack of attachment. I guess I do. I do want to say a lack of attachment. To be in a lack of attachment of the goal, of a destination, of a outcome. It's really about the journey. So you can only take the journey one step at a time. And if you keep running, you're going to burn yourself out. It's a marathon, not a race. Not even, marathons are races to some degree, but you know what I mean. I love you, Aries. If you liked this reading, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. I hope you've been here before, and if you haven't, welcome. Great to have new people. You can go to the links in my bio if you are interested. Not my bio. I got TikTok brain. You can go to the link in the description and find my website if you're interested in booking a personal reading. And have a great day. I love you.